So why wouldn't you have painted this on a canvas as opposed to making it into a sculpture?
Because I find it sort of personally, it doesn't really do it for me to work two-dimensionally. I do preliminary drawings and color sketches and things like that, but I actually kind of paint the pieces almost like it's a painting anyway, even though they are three-dimensional. Like I put in all the color, the highlighting and the shading to just sort of emphasize the shape. And I'm a really tactile kind of person, so I almost don't even have to think about it when I'm working three-dimensionally, because I just put my hands right into it, and it just comes easily that way, much more easily than it does to sort of do something two-dimensionally.
Like flat on the wall. This way you can kind of walk around it.
And I also kind of like the idea, I know I could do this two-dimensionally, I could paint this, but it just is so much more effective to have this actual space with the dresses sort of exploding open like they are, and these things, there's movement in them, even though it is a static piece hanging on the wall. You can go into that space physically, which you can't do, obviously, with painting.
Right.
I guess I was thinking about, this piece is called Precious, Revealing, Concealing, and I was thinking about how clothing functions in a way to cover you up, but it also is a signifier sort of about who you are and where you fit into society and how you want to be seen by people. So at the same time, it reveals things about you, and that's why it's kind of bursting open with the roses coming out. But then we have the dual torsos there, and it all comes back to this whole idea of desire. And I was thinking about how desire becomes a much more strong emotion when there's sort of a struggle. So it's kind of like the struggle of human nature versus reason. So I think everybody sort of has this duality within themselves, and it's kind of like a yin-yang idea, or an evil-good idea, or
Emotion and reason?
Yeah, emotion and reason. There's always, for something to be really powerful and meaningful, there has to be some kind of struggle, and that's what I was trying to represent with this. And then that's sort of the exterior of it, with little snippets of the interior sort of bursting out throughout. And then in these pieces here is sort of the body that should be inside the clothing but is missing in the clothing. This is a much more kind of vulnerable piece where you actually get to see the struggle taking place. Like, this is called Raving Twins, and they're facing each other, they're sort of leaning in towards each other, almost like they're having a conversation, or they could even be having an argument. It's sort of, this is the struggle itself. And then in the companion piece to this, it's called Unravelling Twins, and you can see that things have really sort of come apart at this point, and the struggle has become obvious. Reason wants to go this way, and nature wants to go this way, and it's not resolved. It's just sort of caught in this moment. We don't really know what's going to happen.
There's a lot of tension in this piece.
Yeah, it's just a real, and it's a push-pull that I think everybody sort of experiences in everyday life. It constantly kind of, you have these little struggles about just about everything that you do, really. Because she's painted with a lipstick by Chanel called Rouge de la Nuit lipstick, and it's sort of about sexuality and attraction, and how, something like red lipstick is such a sort of accepted, almost cliched even sort of signifier of sex and sexuality with women. And in her center here, she has a little bottle, almost like a fetish object that contains more of the lipstick, chopped up little bits and pieces of the lipstick, set in beeswax.